unlike any event you will ever experience.
The Hot Rod Ultra is one of the most unique running events in the entire country, and that's why people from all over the world are coming to Bowling Green, Kentucky to participate in this event.
It's something you have to experience once in your lifetime.
Just being with the kids all together, this ministry is more than just a ministry, it's family.
They're not just being served now, they're actually the kids that are serving.
From the moment you toe the line of the race, you're gonna go on a journey, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. How you feel 1 minute in the race, you might feel different 5 minutes later, and even 12 hours later. But the important part when you put yourself in adversity is that you keep going.
You must be specific about your goals. Because when you set a goal, it's not just gonna happen on its own. Whatever your goal is, right now, the person who you are sitting right here at this table, you are not the person that you need to be in order to walk in those shoes. So you are going to have to go through this process. And the process is going to be hard. And the process is going to be much longer than you wanted it to be. And along the way, in that process, you're going to get broken down many times. What do I need to do in order to take the next step that moves me in the direction of my goal? How do you make it your default? Through repetition. That's how you do it. You're putting yourself intentionally in situations that become more difficult than you want them to be. That absolutely none of these things work without execution.
In the midst of COVID, I had this idea of, man, let's get people together and let's try to run for 24 hours. And I didn't really know where to do it, but I thought I could reserve the downtown square in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And that's what we did. I had 4 people sign up. It was free. It was just this random kind of get together. And this was gonna be a one-time thing. I had no intention of doing this more than just once. And I remember in the middle of the night, 2 a.m., I was freezing cold. We did this in November. I was freezing cold, sitting in a little lawn chair with a sleeping bag on, and I could just see what this could become. There was only one person left running, and I was watching him run around, and all of a sudden I could see food trucks around him. I could see music playing. I could see people standing around. I could see people cheering. And that was when the vision of the Hot Rod Ultra really came to life.
The Hot Rod Ultra is a 3-day event that takes place right here in Bowling Green, Kentucky at the Hot Rod Stadium.
This is a 0.31 mile loop that's completely flat. There's no distractions, and the only thing that's stopping you from going further than you've ever gone before is you. And whether you're trying to go 10 miles, 50 miles, or even 125 miles, we are there to help you see that through.
I'm trying to encourage you as you race. Some of the kiddos and even adults love to dress up and maybe bring even themes during certain hours of the race, which becomes a huge, huge part, especially for a runner. It gives them that next boost that they need at just the right time.
This event is not for super elite runners. This event is for beginner runners, it's for older runners, younger runners, everybody. And everybody has a very unique experience. And what ends up happening is they just find out what's possible. It's a proving grounds where you can go out and fight against yourself and see how far you can go with no distractions, no hills, no interruptions. You can set your stuff right there. It's the perfect event to push yourself, and it strips all the other stuff away, and all that's left is you and your mind.
I've had multiple sclerosis for over 20 years, and for a long time, it dictated how I live my life. And I'm just doing this to just go to the absolute limit of what I'm capable of doing and show how my weakness displays God's glory.
The real reason that I run is for the Lord. For my goal for this 24-hour ultra marathon solo running, which is crazy. I've never done anything like it before. I want to finish strong. I want to pace myself. I want to hit 100 miles.
This is my third year with this event. Great to see a lot of familiar faces back here. Move Well puts on a fantastic event, so just a great atmosphere, fun music, lots of great people around, so we're just really excited to be back and support them and Curbside Ministries. That's what it's all about.
One of our pillars at Move Well is that we're a Christ-centered company. So being partnered with Curbside Ministries is a no-brainer for us. They're helping spread the love and the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it's allowing us to impact other people outside of our organization.
I wanted it to support a cause. I knew God was calling me to, hey, create this thing that could support lives, that could support an organization that was changing lives in our community. And I knew Terry Sheldon, I knew about Curbside Ministries, but I had never quite put the two together. That this race, this event, could not only inspire people, it could challenge people to run as far as they possibly could and see what they were physically capable of, but this event could support the needs of children in our community, right here in our community, and impact their lives in a realistic, tangible way.
Kind of a unique situation, and where God orchestrated this whole thing to where Hot Rod Ultra and Curbside Ministries would become one within this whole event space. One of my kiddos was out looking for tennis shoes to run in, and Kevin was there helping him. Kevin looked over at me and he said, "Terry, I've been meaning to ask you," he says, "we do this thing called the Hot Rod Ultra, and what I would really love for the proceeds to go to Curbside." And I was honored.
The Hot Rod Ultra is just such a great experience for Curbside because it is one of our biggest fundraisers. All the proceeds go straight back to the streets, go straight back to the children, and because of those funds, we get to continue providing for the kids and to be able to share the gospel and advance the kingdom each year.
The goal that we had to receive early in was knowing that we may have an audience of 1 or an audience of 101, but we just wanted to continue to do exactly what we do, regardless of how many kiddos showed up on any night.
Move Well exists to help people become the best version of themselves. And what Curbside Ministries does is exactly that.
We get to share Jesus with some kids that may never set foot in a church, may never get the experience that we get to do each week with them. And I think that's been the biggest blessing for me.
Like, I had a couple of extra wins in there throughout, like, the whole night. I really thought I was done, and then all of a sudden I was like, zoom, and I just kept going. So my name is Abby Murphy, and I am the winner of the Ultra Marathon 2024 at the Hot Rod Stadium.
Well, we knew the 2024 Hot Rod Ultra was going to be our biggest event yet, and it definitely didn't disappoint. It set a record for the most money raised, for the most runners participating, and we had a surprise finish because we had an overall winner that was a female, and that has not happened to date.
We saw people push themselves beyond limits they probably ever thought they could. And what was great is they all grew. They all experienced growth, even when the times got hard. And if you want to experience that yourself, we need to see you back here again next year for the 2025 Hot Rod Ultra.